Today I'm going to show you how to use the countdown timer function on your Casio G-Shock GW-6900 watch. This is module 3179 by Casio. I'll also say the countdown timer function on this is pretty similar to other G-Shock watches out there. So to get to our countdown timer, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to press the mode button a few times to get to our timer mode. Now before we go to it, I want you to take a look at this sub dial up here on the top right. This is in timekeeping mode. This is our second sub dial. Every second that goes by, the sub dial will move in a clockwise format. The reason I tell you to take note of that is when we use our timer function, this dial will basically go backwards. Let's press the mode button a few times. First time goes to world time mode, second time goes to our alarm mode, third time goes to stopwatch, the fourth press you will end up on TMR, which is your countdown timer mode. Now by default when you get your watch you're going to see this here, it's all zeros. What that means is I have a 24-hour countdown timer set. Your value options in here is anywhere from 1 minute to 24 hours. You cannot set a 30-second or less than 1 minute countdown timer. If you simply want to start the countdown timer, you can press the start button. It's the bottom right button here. You'll notice that my countdown timer has begun, and you'll notice that sub dial is now going backwards like I mentioned before. You can press the start and stop button to stop or pause your countdown timer. If you want to resume, press start and stop again. While it is stopped, if you press the split reset button, it will reset back to the start time. Now you might be wondering, what are these sub dials here? The top time value is your starting time of your countdown timer. The bottom time is the current time remaining on your countdown timer. If you want to adjust your countdown timer values, while you're in your timer mode, you're going to press and hold the adjust button. It's the top left button on the watch. If we press and hold it, you'll see a blinking indicator here where we can adjust our countdown timer. First thing you can adjust is the number of hours on the countdown timer. I can use the top button to go down on the right hand side, or I can use the bottom button on the right hand side to move my values up. So let's tell you what, let's leave this at 0. Once you've got your hours set correctly, press the mode button. It'll move you to your minutes. And then again, you can use the top button on the right hand side to go down. You can use the bottom right button to go up. I'm just going to set a 5-minute timer. Once you've got the time set the way you want, you're going to simply press the adjust button, and we've successfully adjusted our countdown timer time. Now we have a 5-minute timer set versus a 24-hour timer. It will always remember your countdown timer value. So if I get out of my timer mode by pressing the mode button, if I go back to it, it'll always be a 5-minute timer until I repeat the steps we just did and go change that value. To show you the values, when I press start and stop, 5 minutes was our starting time, 4 minutes and 55 seconds is our current elapsed time. When the countdown timer elapses, the alarm will go off for 10 seconds, very much like your regular alarms on this watch. It will beep for 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, it will stop. It will not automatically restart, and there's not a snooze function. So if you don't hear it going off in those 10 seconds, you won't hear it at all. You can leave the countdown timer running in the background. So if I press the mode button, I go back to my timekeeping mode. You'll notice in my timekeeping mode, though, the seconds will continue to go clockwise, but the countdown timer is running in the background. If I go back to it, they'll start going backwards, and I can see the time remaining on my countdown timer. Pretty simple stuff. Once you're done, I always recommend pressing stop. You don't have to reset it, but I recommend resetting it back to your starting time so that when you get back to a countdown timer, you're ready to start at your default time. And then simply press the mode button one time to get to your timekeeping mode. That's how we use the countdown timer on our GW-6900 watch. I hope the video helps.